Alright guys, in this video, we are going to take a look at the second approach to intercept an input property from the parent component. And that second approach is using the ngOnChanges method of the onChanges lifecycle hook. We are going to replicate the exact same functionality we achieved in the last video using getters and setters. So let me begin by commenting out the getter and the setter. And let me also change the input property declaration. So this is going to be @input, a property called logged in of type Boolean. Now to be able to use the ngOnChanges method, the component has to implement the onChanges lifecycle hook interface. Now we don't really need to implement onInit, so let's just replace that. Implements onChanges. Make sure to also import it from Angular/core. We also need to replace ngOnInit with ngOnChanges. The ngOnChanges method takes in a parameter. Let's call it changes, and this is of type simple changes. Make sure to import it from Angular/core. Now within the body of ngOnChanges method, let's simply log to the console the parameter which is changes. And what you must know is that Angular calls the ngOnChanges method whenever it detects changes to input properties of the component. So let's take a look at this in the browser. I'm going to go back to the browser, inspect and open console. And you can see that we have the changes object logged in the console. Now the simple changes object has three properties: current value, first change, and previous value. Current value is the value of the input property after the change. Previous value is the value of the input property before the change. First change is a Boolean value that indicates if the change was for the very first time or not. In our example, you can see that the current value is set to true. That is the value that is passed from the parent component to the child component. First change is also set to true, which means to say that the input property value changed for the very first time. And the previous value is undefined because we did not set a default value. Now when I click on the log out button, you can see that we have an object being logged again. Now if I expand this, you can see that current value is set to false. First change is also false because this is the second time the value is changing. And previous value is set to true. So the value changed from true to false. If I click on logout again, the object is not logged in the console because there was never a change in the input property value. So you can see that I click on logout again, there is nothing logged in the console. Click on login again and the object gets logged in the console. Now to set the appropriate message, we can make use of these properties. Let's see how. I'm going to go back to VS Code, and in the ngOnChanges method, first let us access the logged in input property value. So const logged in value is equal to changes. And what is the property that we are trying to access? Logged in. So extract that value and then make a comparison. If logged in value dot current value is equal to true, welcome back Vishwas is the message, else please log in is the message. The exact same logic we had used in the setter. Now if I go back to the browser, you can see the message being displayed when the input property value changes. So log out, it says please log in. Click on login, it says welcome back Vishwas. So you can either use getters and setters or ngOnChanges method to intercept input property values and execute any custom logic necessary for your application. but when to use one over the other? Well, first of all, let me tell you that ngOnChanges only works with child components. But having said that, it is useful in a lot of scenarios. I would recommend using getters and setters when there is only one input property. If there are a lot of input properties that you have to keep track of, ngOnChanges is better as it is lesser lines of code compared to getters and setters. Also, with ngOnChanges, we get access to these useful properties of the simple change object. I can make use of first change property to execute logic only the first time the value changes. I can also use the previous value property to execute logic only when the value changes from a specific value. Alright, that is about passing and watching input properties during component interaction. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.